Simmons up to Vernon Carey Jr. Sent away by Gillespie. Freddie Gillespie. Not on this Friday.
And was able to break through that trap and then found his teammate on a no-look pass. Ooh.
Epps tried to bring the house down. Instead, it's Tyrell Terry.
Back to this Gillespie block. I mean, the timing. His timing didn't give up on the play.
Go into the hoop.
And here's the block. Look at Gillespie, and that's a block with the left hand.
And watch Gillespie coming from the weak side. Hold on.
Welcome to the Airborne Podcast. I'm your host, Ajit. That's Big Boy Braz. We got Thanos back on the podcast. The Raptors signed not a big man, but a small forward / power forward from the G League on a 10-day contract, and his name is Freddie Gillespie. Anujan, I'm going to start off with you. What do you think about the signing? He's not a center, so Baines is still on the roster, and Baines is still going to get minutes, but, I mean, it's adding a little bit of depth to our team.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like you said, it's adding a little bit more depth in the front court. I've seen his numbers in the G League. It's not that bad. But I don't think it's going to really showcase that much because he's not going to really get that many minutes. I like the addition of Freddie. He brings that size, and he can bring that defense like what Boucher brings, you know?
I didn't know much about this guy before
before
the Raptors signed him, but I did see a few highlights, and he looks like a big boy.
He looks massive. This guy is like a moving landmark.
Are they sure he's 6'9"?
I don't know. But he definitely doesn't look like he's a small forward. That's a fact.
For sure. Yeah.
He's from Baylor University, and they just won the NCAA championship. Anujan, you said you knew about his stats.
Yeah, in the G League, he was averaging 10.5 points, 10.3 rebounds, close to 2 assists, 1.3 steals, and 2.3 blocks.
Do you think he might be enough of an impact player to get a second 10-day contract with the Raptors?
Yeah, he could get a second 10-day contract with us, but I don't think he's going to be that much of a factor on our team.
See, I kind of disagree. I think the way Freddie playing, the one element we're missing is the presence of a big. He's bigger and more D's than Chris Boucher. So I think his presence will be noticed. I do think he'll have an impact, but he's not going to be like your superstar where he brings in like 30 points and like he's your savior, right? But I think he'll put a bandage on the current hurt that we're having.
No, I agree with what he's saying. The size and stuff is all for it. Like, I understand that, but I don't think he's going to bring that much of a offensive impact.
Even though he's only like a small forward, power forward, that's what he's listed as. I feel like he might play some of the center minutes just because he looks like he has a big body. Like, he looks as big as Aaron Baines.
Yeah, he's almost, it says here, he's almost 250. 250 pounds. Yeah.
He looks like he's a center. With the Raptors so far, who they've had on the roster with these 10-day contracts, like Henry Ellenson and Dante Hall, like they never really gave him too much opportunity. So I don't know if this guy might end up like that or if he's going to be able to carve himself a role coming off the bench behind maybe a Boucher or maybe an Aaron Baines, or because he's as big as Aaron Baines, he might, if he outplays him, I mean, he might be playing center for him off the bench.
Baines is gone, bro. Baines is cut.
Baines is most likely going to sit on the bench for the rest of the season.
I'm going to cut Baines some slack because he's been playing a little bit better than he was at the start. He's been a little bit more consistent. I mean, he's still not doing a lot, but since we have such low expectations of him now, like even if he does something, it's like a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Bravs, with this guy, Freddie Gillespie, do you feel like it's a waste of a roster spot rather than them going for a guy like a DeMarcus Cousins or something like that? Like, this guy's young. He's only 23 years old. He's OG Anunoby's age, but
I feel like we're in a position where bringing in DeMarcus Cousins isn't going to help us. If he came in Toronto, he would just like sat there and not be much of an impact. I'm only saying because of our situation we're in, so he won't be motivated to like be, all right, let me get, you know what I mean? That's just me assuming the way he thinks.
We had an opportunity to pick up DeMarcus Cousins, but he's with the Clippers, and then Dwayne Dedmon was there for a while, but Miami signed him. And we're picking up guys out of the G League who we've never heard of, or at least I've never heard of. But my brother just said he averaged a double-double, right? Was it in college or G League?
G League.
He averaged a double-double in the G League?
Yeah.
He's a beast in the G League. I think Masai has a great approach of grabbing these G League guys and like developing them, because I think at this point of time that's the way to go, right? There isn't that many vets or dope players in the league that are available for us to pick up. So going to G League and grabbing like guys who are excelling and deserving of minutes, it's a good approach. So let's see.
Yeah, I think he's also trying to fit the age gap, right? Like the young age gap right now.
Yeah.
I feel like just adding DeMarcus would just, I don't know, like what Brav said, it wouldn't make a difference. It would offensively, but he doesn't bring that defensive mindset.
It says that he was in the 2020 draft, but he went undrafted. Yeah, he was in the 2020 NBA draft, but he went undrafted. And then he signed a training camp contract with the Dallas Mavericks. And then on January 11, 2021, the Memphis Hustle selected Gillespie with the second overall pick for the NBA G League draft.
Oh, true.
And in 15 games, he averaged 10.5 points, 10.3 rebounds, and 2.3 blocks in 27.8 minutes while shooting 57% from the field. And he recorded 6 double-doubles in the G League. He seems like he has potential. He's still young. He's OG's age, like I mentioned earlier. So, yeah, we'll see what it is. I mean, I don't really believe in these 10-day contract guys coming in right now the way that – because they're not getting playing time. So until I see him get consistent minutes, he's just another guy riding the bench for 10 days until he disappears like Houdini.
100%. No, I agree, yo. I think 10-day contracts are a waste, yo.
I mean, if you're not going to use the player, at least like rinse him out for 10 days, especially with the amount of bodies we have dropping off our bench right now.
Yeah.
Like, we don't really have a lot of depth. And with the health and safety protocol and everything, like, we need players right now. And Bembry and Van Vliet getting suspended for dumb shit. Like, you know?
Super shit get fined. The flips.
Oh, wait, OG Anunoby, you mean?
Yeah.
OG Anunoby, yeah. All right, well, that's going to do it, boys, right? That's all we got to talk about. There isn't much else to say about this guy.
Yeah, hopefully he brings a good impact. So
we'll get a little bit more of a better read on him once we see him hit the court and see what he can do for us and actually see how he bodies up and how big he looks with actual NBA players.
For sure.
Appreciate everyone for tuning in, checking out the podcast. If you enjoyed it. Freddie number 2.
It's Freddie number 3, man. We already got Freddie number 2.
Oh, Freddie got how? What did you say?
We got Freddie number 2 already.
Wait, who's Freddie?
Malachi Flynn.
Oh, Freddie number 2.
Yeah.
All right, well. If you enjoyed the podcast, make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't, make sure you hit it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to it. We'll be back with another podcast sooner rather than later. But till then, stay blessed, stay woke, and please stay safe. Peace.